Hi, I'm Shannon Cyr, and I help men in lonely and disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage or move forward without regret. Now, no one comes to the heartbreaking and painful decision to end a marriage easily. So, when you come to the decision and share that with your spouse, it can be very confusing when they suddenly start to kind of do all the things that you've been asking and begging for years, right? Is it just good behavior? Is it lasting change? It's hard to know, right? And so today we're talking about when you come to that decision that the marriage is over, but then all of a sudden your wife does like a complete 180, what does it look like? Why does it happen? I've seen this hundreds of times. So maybe this will resonate with you. Maybe she becomes a changed person and just starts doing all the things, right? She's bringing you coffee in the morning, asking your opinion, listening closely to what you say. Maybe she's more attentive, affectionate. Maybe she's more interested in sex than she was before. Maybe she's more appreciative and complimentary. Is it good behavior or is it lasting change? You're probably asking yourself, right? So she kind of starts changing all the things, and you're probably wondering why it hasn't changed before. Or, why isn't what she's doing changing your heart? Or why don't you feel differently about all the things that you're seeing, right? Why don't you want to give it another chance? This might have been exactly what you wanted a few years ago, but now it's just not really changing how you feel about your marriage. So here's why. No one comes to the decision to end their marriage lightly or quickly, for that matter. So you've probably been struggling for many years, maybe even a decade or more. Disconnected marriages happen very, very slowly, and that disconnection happens over time. So no one thing would be enough to end the marriage, but it's all the little things that have added up over the years. They just become more and more significant, right? So you can think of it like a rope bridge. When you first set out across that bridge, it's really sturdy and strong. And then as time goes by, maybe one tiny string of the rope breaks, right? And this happens over and over and over throughout the span of years, in different places, kind of all throughout the bridge. And each of those tiny fibers are kind of insignificant on their own, but over time, those really add up. And then eventually that bridge is too weak to use, right? And maybe it's even broken in spots. So we try to put it back together, but we can't really do that. And so that's what happens inside of our marriages, right? Good behavior, kindness, and consideration, they can really work when you're just kind of slightly off course. But when you become so disconnected over the course of many years, it can take a lot more than good behavior to bring it back together. And sometimes that disconnect can be bridged, and sometimes it can't. And that's just based on two factors, right? One is, how your partner is showing up, and the other is how open you are to receiving the love that's being offered. Maybe it's good behavior, maybe it's lasting change, but if your marriage is falling apart and you want to know what to do and how to do it, I invite you to schedule a complimentary exploratory session with me. I hope you liked what you heard and it was helpful for you, and that you'll subscribe to the channel to be notified and every time I come out with something new. Maybe it's good behavior and maybe it's lasting change. But if your marriage is falling apart and you want to know what you can do and how to do it, I invite you to download the free ebook, Stay or Go. You can find it at mensmarriagecoach.com. All my best.